A Positively Jack story for back to school. A local doctor, is sponsoring an amazing contest. 3 incoming 9th grade students, ooh, look at those cars, in Clay, Duval, and St. Johns counties will be rewarded with a new iPad and a ride in a car like this, to or from school in an exotic car on their first day of school. And that's not all. There's another big prize as well.
What's up? It's Jalen Ramsey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this year, I'll be partnering with Avicenna Medical and Dr. Soleimani to reward kids who have excelled in education. So this year's winners, they'll receive rewards from me as well. This year, I want to give out preseason tickets as well as meet and greets with me and maybe a few of my teammates before and after the game. Good luck.
So to explain how your child can enter is Dr. Saman Soleimani, CEO and president of Avicenna Medical. Dr. Soleimani, this is a very cool program you've got going on. You've got to make these kids years.
Thank you. Absolutely. We've been doing this for some time now, for several years, where I reward kids that excel in school. And this year we decided to kind of take it to the next level.
And it's not just Duval County. Tell me about where you're doing this.
We're selecting one student from each surrounding counties, St. John's, Duval, and Clay. And these are specifically for 8th graders that are going into 9th grade. And we are selecting one student. Each student will get a brand new iPad from us, a ride in an exotic car on the first day of school, and as you saw, tickets to the Jaguars game and a hangout with Jalen Ramsey and some of the teammates.
And we're not talking, and no disrespect to any Jaguar, but we're not talking a second stringer here. We're talking our highest profile guy. How did he get Jalen involved?
I've known Jalen for a long time. He's a great young football player and a young man, and he's very interested in focusing on kids and their future and their education. And when he heard about this contest, him and I spoke, and he's like, Doc, I'd like to help out somehow, and that's how we are.
You've done this a number of years now. What do the kids think of it, the ones who have been so fortunate to get this?
It's always been amazing. You know, many kids think that in order for you to own an exotic car, that literally the only option is for you to be either in Hollywood or like Jalen play pro ball. Where education sometimes, I believe, has kind of fallen back. And this is a way for them to see that I don't have any magical abilities, no acting or singing, but just went to school and became a physician and work hard and be persistent, and you can kind of achieve whatever you can. And we've had kids that have, in looking forward to winning, have improved their grades from year to year to be considered for the following year. So
I want to talk about that, because we're going to talk in a second about where you can sign up. But what do people, when they sign up, need to do? What do they need to provide to get involved in the contest?
All they need to do is, since this one is particularly geared towards 8th graders going into 9th grade, all they have to do is submit the report cards for their 8th grade year. Their parents are the ones that have to actually apply, obviously, because 8th graders are not adults.
Sure.
And just a description or a reason why their child should be picked for this contest.
Why did you originally decide to start this? How many years again has it been?
About 8 years ago.
Why 8 years ago did you decide this is something I want to do for kids?
It actually started with one of my own employees. One of my employees approached me and said, Doc, my son has dyslexia, and I've had him in multiple after-school programs, and nothing has helped. He's barely getting C's. And just off the cuff, I told him, hey, my boss will give you a ride in a Lamborghini if you get A's and B's.
Oh.
And so she's like, I hope I didn't speak ahead of myself. And I said, absolutely, if he does. And sure enough, 3-4 months later, she brings his report cards, and he'd gotten all B's and a couple of A's. Okay. And so without him knowing, I showed up to school. We had obviously prepared ahead of time with the principal and so on. And they had all his classmates out. And when I pulled up in a Lamborghini and the doors went up, all the kids went crazy.
It doesn't get any better.
What's insane, that was several years ago. And to this day, he's an AB honor roll student.
It works. Well, Dr. Soleimani, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Very cool program. And we want to talk a little about how you can submit entries. So you go to Avicenna.com. That's Avecina.com/contest. The contest runs now through August 2nd. The 3 winners will be notified on August the 5th.